Hey everyone, Daniel from DJD Productions, and today I have a LEGO Black Panther Wakanda set review with the release of the film. There will be spoilers in this video for Wakanda Forever. I don't think I'm releasing this the first weekend, so by the time you see this video, I think the film will have been maybe a week. It's been out for a week, so just to let you all know, there'll still be spoilers in this video. So yeah, let's get into it. And before we get started, please be sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below which of the Wakanda Forever sets you think is the best, because honestly, I'm going to say it right now, this is, I think, the best Wakanda Forever set. Maybe even best Black Panther set of all time. And I've seen a little bit of hate on this set, and I'll get into that when we get into the video. So yeah, let's get into the minifigures. Speaking of the minifigures, before we get onto the first character, I want to draw your attention to the instruction manual for this set. And how, yes, it is a really bad render. The camera does make it look better, but when you see it in person, it is just really bad, I'm going to be honest. I don't know why LEGO's done this. It really just ruined the field's instructions. Hopefully, it's not permanent for, like, modulars or, like, special instruction manuals. I think they'll still the same, but mainline sets, it's just disappointing to see. This is actually the first video in when I'm reviewing stuff that this will have this instruction manual, though I've had, like, the DB5, and it just looks really bad. I don't know what LEGO is thinking. I have the Ice Castle set from LEGO Minecraft, and literally the Yeti just looks nothing like he does. It's just really weird. I don't know why LEGO did it. But going on to the part I want to talk about is this. And I haven't seen people talking about this. And it is actually this page in the instruction manual where it lists the 3 bags. Bag 1 containing the little ship build with Shuri and Atuma, and bag 3 having Namor. Now, this was weird to me because I thought I saw Namor in bag 2. And if we skip forward to bag 2, you will notice that it says to build Namor in bag 2. So this is an actual mistake, I think, from the instruction team to say that Namor was in bag 2 instead of right here where it says bag 3. So I did find that really weird, and while I'm here, we may as well talk about it. The fact that these are the 3 sets they show off is just really frustrating. I hate this set, I'm going to be honest. The build of Iron Man just doesn't work for me. And the fact it's now even worse with the massive Hulkbuster. The Iron Bruiser, I've seen people say it looks cute. To me, it just looks kind of creepy. I mean, it looks okay. The mixtape's cool, but I'm going to be honest, not really my type of set. I won't be buying it. And then we have the Iron Man Hall of Armor, which is in the category of £80 sets in the UK that are completely overpriced for what it is. And this is probably the worst offender of it. This kind of started with the Infinity Saga line with the Avengers Endgame Final Battle, which in the UK should be £60. Technically speaking, should be 56 with conversion rates from the US to UK pounds, but 60 I would accept, not 70 at the max. 80 is a bit ridiculous. It's one of these I'd never tried to get that set at full price. This is another set for £80, and hell, Wakanda Forever is also a victim to this with the £80 set of Wakanda War in the Water, which sucks. I'm sorry, the only good thing are the minifigures, but now that we've finished with the instruction manual, let's get on to the first minifigure. Speaking of the minifigures, before we get onto the first character, I want to draw your attention to the instruction manual for this set. And how, yes, it is a really bad render. The camera does make it look better, but when you see it in person, it is just really bad, I'm going to be honest. I don't know why LEGO's done this. It really just ruined the field's instructions. Hopefully, it's not permanent for, like, modulars or, like, special instruction manuals. I think they'll still the same, but mainline sets, it's just disappointing to see. This is actually the first video in when I'm reviewing stuff that this will have this instruction manual, though I've had, like, the DB5, and it just looks really bad. I don't know what LEGO is thinking. I have the Ice Castle set from LEGO Minecraft, and literally the Yeti just looks nothing like he does. It's just really weird. I don't know why LEGO did it. But going on to the part I want to talk about is this. And I haven't seen people talking about this. And it is actually this page in the instruction manual where it lists the 3 bags. Bag 1 containing the little ship build with Shuri and Atuma, and bag 3 having Namor. Now, this was weird to me because I thought I saw Namor in bag 2. And if we skip forward to bag 2, you will notice that it says to build Namor in bag 2. So this is an actual mistake, I think, from the instruction team to say that Namor was in bag 2 instead of right here where it says bag 3. So I did find that really weird, and while I'm here, we may as well talk about it. The fact that these are the 3 sets they show off is just really frustrating. I hate this set, I'm going to be honest. The build of Iron Man just doesn't work for me, and the fact it's now even worse with the massive Hulkbuster. The Iron Bruiser, I've seen people say it looks cute. To me, it just looks kind of creepy. I mean, it looks okay. The mixtape's cool, but I'm gonna be honest, not really my type of set. I won't be buying it. And then we have the Iron Man Hall of Armor, which is in the category of £80 sets in the UK that are completely overpriced for what it is. And this is probably the worst offender of it. This kind of started with the Infinity Saga line with the Avengers Endgame Final Battle, which in the UK should be £60. Technically speaking, should be 56 with conversion rates from the US to UK pounds, but 60 I would accept, not 70 at the max. 80 is a bit ridiculous. It's one of the reasons I'd never tried to get that set at full price. This is another set for £80, and hell, Wakanda Forever is also a victim to this with the £80 set of Wakanda War in the Water, which sucks. I'm sorry, the only good thing are the minifigures, but now that we've finished the instruction range, let's get on to the first minifigure. Now, starting off in this review, we actually have Namor the Submariner, or as he says in the film, Namor, but I'm pretty sure I hear Shuri say Namor, so it's a bit confusing. I'm going to stick with Namor, as that's what most of the marketing has said. Even Victoria Alonso said Namor, so I'm going to stick with Namor. And this is a really cool minifigure, because this is a Marvel character, it's actually highly detailed, because if we look around most characters, a lot of characters typically don't have leg printing, and I'm looking at Captain America here, because how many we had? And only Captain America Sam Wilson and Peggy Carter, Captain Carter, have had leg printing from the CMF. And Zombie Cap, obviously. But yeah, I think his spear is fine. It's made of some pretty common pieces, but here we get to some really cool parts here. And it's just the main minifigure. And if we're just zooming a bit more, you can see that, I turn around, you can see he has side leg printing of the boots, and even a bit more there to represent a bit more of his front, which I think is just really cool. Some really nice front and back printing, and you can see it on the other side. He's got a really nice face print. He even got back printing along with back face printing of him being angry. And if we look at the side, you can see a bit like colouring on the side of the ears, which I think looks fine. I've actually seen some people say that this head should be used for a Black Adam minifigure, and a little bit with his hair as well to make like a more comic book version. And I absolutely agree with that assessment, but personally, I don't think I'll be doing it. A complaint I've seen many people talking about is how he doesn't have like the goatee or the like nose piercing or the giant helmet garment. The helmet garment is only worn like twice in the film. It's not really worn very often, and that's only when he's sitting on the throne. So if you wanted an exclusive variant, then it should have been in this set. But I mean, it's not that big of a deal. We have the Aztec minifigure from like Series 21. If you wanted to get that headpiece, that's helmet piece, that's what everyone's been using. So yeah. And in terms of the face, I think the reason why they've done this is so they can give us like almost like a mix of a comic book Namor and an MCU Namor. So I guess that could be the reason why. But I think this being in the set is quite a good thing, because it's a cheap way to get Namor, considering the only other set he comes in is Wakanda Attack on Water. And I have some very negative opinions about that set. But yeah, let's move on to the second character. Next up, we have Shuri, and this is an exclusive. This version of Shuri also comes in the Shuri's Sunbird set, which has got the same amount of pieces in this set than with that set as well, and it's like £20 more. It's a fine set, but personally, I'm not sure if I'm going to get it or not. We'll see what happens. And I remember when these sets were revealed, and everyone was thinking, they've spoiled who Black Panther was, even though it was kind of obvious if you actually know a lot about the character and what's happened in the comics before and everything. It was quite clear that, spoiler alert, which LEGO still spoiled eventually anyway, that Shuri was Black Panther, because everyone thought that this suit was the Black Panther suit. And everyone kind of, if you've seen the film, which I think is great, I'm going to be honest, I don't remember ever seeing this suit. I don't think this suit exists in the film. Please, someone, if you can send me some sort of like image or something, like comment on what point in the film it was, because I generally got out of the cinema and then watched someone talk about the film, and I realised this suit doesn't show up, and everyone was freaking out about it. And yeah, this suit doesn't appear in the film. The only times she's worn a suit is the ending suit, which isn't this one, like a purple outfit, which you can see on the box, and her funeral garments. I think that's it. Like, she doesn't wear this suit. This suit, I don't think exists. Maybe it does in concept art from Marvel, but this isn't in the film, so So anyway, but getting back to the minifig, I really want to get my grievance out about that, because I remember everyone saying, oh, it's the suit. It's like, it's not the suit that she's going to wear in the final battle. This isn't the Black Panther suit. Okay, getting to the minifigure. It is a lovely minifigure. The brand new hairpiece is absolutely perfect. It matches Shuri perfectly in the film. And I think it just does a great job representing the character. This minifigure actually has leg printing, which, I'm going to be honest, I think, a part of me wants to think that LEGO did this leg printing on this minifigure so that they didn't have to do leg printing on the actual Black Panther minifigure, because I don't think this suit exists. And the fact remains, the Black Panther minifigure is like the only character in this like wave, maybe along with M'Baku and maybe Okoye. I don't think M'Baku does, but I don't know if Okoye does or not, that actually doesn't have leg printing. Like every other character except for the 4+ set, which I'm not counting as a Wakanda Forever set, have leg printing, and it is really weird to see that. So the fact that this non-appearing Shuri outfit has leg printing that does sort of match the suit, which was the only reason why people thought it did exist, but the fact remains, it was quite clear that this wasn't the suit because there was no helmet. Like, they weren't going to just have it be Shuri, not give us the helmet. So it's a bit weird. I do think this is a nice suit, though. So, came to the minifigure. It's got some nice back printing, a double-sided face, which is a new head, I think, for new head print for Shuri and for LEGO in general. Her same weapons from Infinity War and what was used in the Infinity Saga Dragonflyer set, which is nice to see them again. But yeah, I did want to talk about my grievance when talking about the set, which is actually one of the reasons I waited to watch the film before reviewing this set, because I wanted to make sure I got Namor's pronunciation right, because I've heard it being Namor for years, and then this film seems to call him Namor, so that's all fine. And I wanted to make sure like everything I talk about in this set was accurate to the film and everything. That's why I put a spoiler warning. It's not going to come out for a while when I'm recording this video, because when I'm recording this video, it's actually the 13th of November, which is 2 days after the film released. So yeah, let's get on to the final minifigure of this set. And the final minifigure is like Shuri, and it's not exclusive to this set, but also is in the Sunbird set, and that's a Tuma. And I'm going to be honest, I think this minifigure is fantastic, and it's going to be the closest thing I ever get to LEGO Avatar, because personally, I'm not a fan of the LEGO Avatar theme, and if I'm going to be honest, I'm not sure if I'm going to watch Avatar 2, but looking at this minifigure, it is fantastic. And the good thing about it is that you've got this really nice, like, molded head, and I guess that's one of the reasons why he probably comes in 2 sets. He does play a pretty prominent role in the film a little bit. He is in quite a few of the action sequences, and I'm assuming, I think, with how it's implied, I don't know if he's dead. He may still be alive, but from how the film ends it, Okoye does defeat him, but it is, I think, implied that he's thrown into the water, which makes me think he's not dead, because, you know, he's, well, I was going to say Atlantean. He's assistant of Talakan from the film, which is different. I wanted to say Atlantis then, but I need to remind myself it's not Atlantis, it's Talakan. Which, because that's one reason I wanted to wait, because I knew I'd get that wrong, and a heap of comments would probably tell me that, oh, I'm wrong, and because I'm a Marvel fan, I don't want to get that wrong. A basic spear is fine accessory. I think it's slightly more curved. I think it's like slightly more like it's a bit like the Stargirl stuff, I think, a little bit. But again, a basic spear is fine, I guess. The special molded helmet is kind of cool. Sometimes I do feel like it comes off way too easily, though. I don't know if that's just the clutch power, but like, it's probably not going to do it now, but it's like, I don't know, now I'm doing it on camera, it's not, so maybe it's just how I'm holding it sometimes. Yeah, it does seem to be fine. Yeah, turning around, he does have some back printing, and he does have a wonderful double-sided face, which you see one where he's just slightly he's not really smirking, he's just more like less angry, and then he's got like his teeth showing there, which is all fine. Absolutely a good character, I think. Nice leg printing, although I kind of wish it was dual molded, but LEGO doesn't seem to like to do a lot of dual molding for the LEGO Marvel characters, so yeah, that is a Tuma. And now let's get on to the builds of the set. Looking at the build of this set, we've got this little Wakandan vehicle, which I think many of us were surprised when you found out that this was actually in the film, because Nakia actually uses this in the film to rescue Shuri. And it does have a feature to open up. It does have like stud shooters. If I just do that, you get that on either sides. It is quite nice. You also get some room in here to you do get room for one minifigure. So I was actually quite shocked to see this in the film. You could put her in like this, but it's kind of implied you have to do it the other way around so you can actually see her, because she doesn't, if you put Shuri in like this again. 1 second. Her hair lines up with the controllers, but her head doesn't. So if you put her in like this anyway, like you then decide, okay, I want to put her in like this. It's difficult to do. She's like that. And if I check the back of the box quickly, it shows her facing down, but with her, if I just now quickly look into one of the sides, which I don't know why it really works like that. I think that is slightly design problem, and it does look like her arms have to be down in the box, so it is a bit weird. But again, because in the compact size it is, I don't think it's actually that bad. I first thought like this was kind of like pointless in the set, but again, after watching the film, which is one of the reasons I wanted to save my opinions on this set, that honestly, this actually works better than I thought it did, because it's actually in the film and it's not something Lego made up. So yeah, now that we've done that, let's move on to Namor's throne. So most of the build of this set is taken up, obviously, by Namor's throne, which I think is really cool. This also is very incredibly accurate like it is in the film, because this does appear in the trailers. It also appears in the film, obviously. I do like the build of it. I think it's a really nice build. This can move up and down. I don't think it's meant to do that, but I think it's kind of a cool feature if you want to like this or like this. I think this is obviously how it's meant to be. And especially what's like that in the film. But if you wanted to have like a more open back, I guess you can. It's up to the if you want. I think the detailing on the back is kind of missed here, and if I take it off, it's really easy removable. You see like the translucent red gator pieces. I would say that this could work as like as a tongue, but it also doesn't at the same time. It's kind of weird. You got some really nice writing, which again, these stickers are a pain. The amount of time I was spending trying to work out which stickers, which way around it goes, is painful. I actually had to use the box and even find other images of the set to see if it can work. And I just don't know if I got this right. We have some there, and it has to follow around, I think. I don't know if it translates anything. Maybe it's like that. But honestly, this was a pain to do, because these are so small that the instructions do not tell you properly which way around. I wish there was honestly a better, the camera needs to focus, a better image of it, because it's really annoying. It was kind of frustrating, and it's probably one of my least favorite parts of this set. And it's that why the stickers are just so similar looking that it's a pain to look at, and it's honestly really weak. Looking at the features, you can see this little like tray at the back of a few gems, and this can even close up, but this actually has another feature. If I put this back in and I want to lift this all the way down the front, I think somebody may notice, you can see a dish there. Now, how do you activate that dish, you may be wondering? And it's just simple. You just, it's gonna be hard to do it one hand because I know what's gonna happen. If I do that, there we go. There you go, and do that, you can fire it, and then when you look at it like that, you can close that up, it fits perfectly, and it's in there. Like that. Now, of course, you get 3 of these little gold dishes, which isn't bad. You can fit all 3 of them in, and that works as a nice feature. It doesn't do that in the film. I guess they just wanted a load of extra play features, obviously, to insinuate, but of course, that's, I guess, fine. I guess it doesn't have to be entirely accurate, I don't think, but again, these sets mainly are accurate mostly, so I guess that's not bad at all. I just do that, there you go, got that, like that. So yeah, that is Namor's throne. Now, since we've already looked at the instructions earlier on in the video and how I commented on a mistake that was in there by the LEGO designers, I thought we'd now look at the box. And you can see the 3 minifigures there. Namor does look a bit different. If I get my Namor minifigure, you can see that, in fact, he looks a bit paler compared to, like, more darker than he is there. You see Shuri, you see his tumor. Notice how it says Shuri and not Black Panther. I don't know where they got the suit from. It's not like the suit there, which she does wear for a bit of the film. And I think the side box having Nakia and M'Baku on there is really cool. Okoye looks cool there. You see the characters there. The characters actually added on was Shuri. She's the only one that's added on. And this caused a lot of confusion because this was on there, I think, either Yeah, I think it was on the Iron Man Armory set, which I've already expressed my opinions on that set. But this was sort of a teaser of the Black Panther sets. And because this film was scheduled for July, and that set came out in June, it made sense that these sets would have come out in June. And obviously that didn't happen. But she's there, and this suit doesn't appear in the film. And I think many people thought, is this the Black Panther suit? And it got a bit confusing. But she's there on a few times, I think. If you look at the sides, you still see America Chavez, and you can see her right there. At one point, it does a little bit look like she's like, I'd want to say like a variant, like almost like the variant of Captain Marvel in Doctor Strange 2 of like, I think I want to say Maria Rambeau. But it's not. It's a bit weird. But I do like the comic book panel style thing. You can see some on the back. On the top there, you can also see Shuri representing the 1-to-1 scale. And now let's look at the back side box here. You see the Lego Marvel, the Marvel logo, like it has been on most boxes now. Now look at here, you can see the features, as I described there, with the gems, the stud shooter ones, and you can see the 3 characters there. And you can see versions of the characters, which gave us away that we were getting a Okoye and a M'Baku, since they're in the most expensive set. And of course, Wakanda Forever down there. And yeah, that's really the back of the box again. You have that, and you have the stickers, which I think I've done the best I can to get it right. It's really frustrating to have done. I think it is my least favorite part set, and you have a bit more down there. So yeah, that is the set. So let's now get on to the final verdict. Now, going on the final verdict, 76213 King Namor's Throne Room, which has 355 pieces. Yes, I'm bad at reviewing sets because I don't give the piece count. Is fantastic. This is, I think, at the very least, I think obviously the best Wakanda Forever set, and it honestly rivals Rhino Face Off at the Mine from the 2018 Black Panther film, with the same amount of minifigures but cheaper with a £20 price point, with the amazing Rhino build, Okoye, and the charged up Black Panther, and Killmonger in the actual his actual Black Panther suit. I do have a few problems with obviously the stickers, and how now that I've seen the film I understand what this thing is and understand why this all like this is. And I've come to the community complaints now. To people who are deliberately skipping over this set because the minifigures aren't exclusive, why? I understand why you'd want to maybe not buy a set to get duplicate minifigures, but if you're someone who if you are like on Whatnot or something like that, you can just sell them off easily. You can get rid of the duplicate minifigures, or you can use them for spare parts. A problem that I found with some people saying is that they're skipping this set because these two come in Shuri's Songbird, and Namor comes in Wakanda Warrior. Wakanda War on Waters. I can't pronounce that set. It's a bit annoying. The giant bow for £80. It's accurate to the film, but I honestly think it's the worst set of this whole wave. Just because Namor comes in that more expensive set and you get the other 4 exclusive minifigures doesn't mean it's better than this set. And I honestly recommend buying this set over the others. I'm probably just going to buy the other minifigures that I don't have online. I'm debating whether to get the Sunbird or not, especially now seeing it in the film. I know what role it plays, and it is very minimal, I'm going to be honest. Like, both of them are in, like, one major action sequence. And I am just going to be honest. The War on the Water sucks. The only reason why that set is saved and has been bought is for the minifigures. It's for the Black Panther. It's for Ironheart Mark II. It's for M'Baku for the first time. It's for Okoye updated. In fact, that's the only thing that's inaccurate, is the Okoye minifigure, because in the film, she's not the General Adore Milaje, because as I said at the beginning, spoilers, she gets fired, because it's how Shuri ends up in Talokan. Now, what about the set? I'd rate the set 7 out of 10 at the very minimum. If you're someone who cares about exclusive minifigures, it would have been nice to get an exclusive variant of Shuri, because she does wear like an exclusive garment that was given to her by Namor, which I love Ironheart's reference of Indiana Jones. And I think, this is going to bug me now. There's 2 of the film references there. Oh, this is actually going to bug me. But there's like movie references that she says that I understood. Oh yeah, Slave Lair was one, which is the first mention that Disney's ever done of Slave Lair, by the way. So that's going to be fun. I wonder what's happening for the 14th anniversary return of the Jedi. But yeah, I think Slave Lair, and heavily implied either Marion Ravenwood from Indiana Jones or Temple of Doom's Willie Scott, because it's like, oh, it's the girl in Indiana Jones. So it's up to debate which one it is. I'm personally on the side of it's it's one of the two. It depends, honestly, depends on your opinion. But back to the set. If you care about exclusive minifigures a lot, honestly, just get this set, because this has the same piece count as Shuri's Sunbird. Shuri's Sunbird. I've never known how to pronounce that fully, as you can tell throughout the video. It has the same piece count, 2 exclusive minifigures, and these 2 minifigures for £20 more. And if I'm going to be honest, that set does look a bit now overpriced when I've been told it's got the same piece count. And I have checked. They're both 355 pieces. And I do think that's kind of sucks. Like, it's like, oh, it's not overpriced. I was watching someone review the set. It's like, oh, does it feel overpriced? Like, it's the same piece count as this set, and it's £20 more. Honestly, it should have been, instead of £55 it is in the UK, 45 at minimum, because this is £30. 10 to £15 more expensive. Fine, I can deal with it if you get 2 exclusive minifigures. But these 2 also come in that set, so it just is a bit distracting. And Namor coming in the more expensive set, which is why people are just skipping on this set so they can get him in the more expensive set. Again, I don't like that opinion, because this is a fantastic set that's being missed out on, and it's such a shame that probably one of the best Black Panther sets may not sell as well, and that is really sad to hear, because I generally think this is the best one, and this was the one I was immediately going out to get, because this is such a good set. Actually, something interesting I just noticed the box is that the stud on Shuri's weapon there isn't there, but it's on the other one. That's very interesting. That's the second mistake I've seen. Well, is it a mistake? It's quite clear. So yeah, after the very long tangent and what's probably going to be a very long video, thank you all very much for watching this very long-winded review of LEGO Black Panther Wakanda Forever, King Namor's Throne Room. And I will see you all in another video. Okay guys, goodbye.